Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here for the second n8n Meetup event in Bulgaria. I'm really glad that I see so much people in this hot weather in June. I hope every one of you is preparing for the sea, and yeah, I think it's going to be a great event with great presentators. Today I'm going to share what's new in n8n from my perspective and from perspective of what's the biggest releases this year. So first some words about me. I'm Simeon Penev. I'm AI automation consultant, a lot of experience in marketing, and I'm trying to build the community here in Bulgaria around n8n and around automation and AI. How everything started, just doing some things in ChatGPT, as I think everyone of you, and then a couple of years ago I found n8n.
People on the call say that your mic is muted. Maybe you want to unmute.
No, we are working with other microphones. So yeah, thank you. So I started using n8n, a lot of automations. They have perfect AI agent, which works for a lot of use cases for me. And I won a hackathon last year in Milano, n8n hackathon in Milano. And after that, I was approved to be n8n ambassador for Bulgaria. There are around 200 ambassadors all around the world. So yeah, and they're continue growing. So what I do now, I build workflows, I teach in Softuni and other events, and also share my knowledge around LinkedIn and meetups, events, wherever. So first thing, I want you to scan the code, and there is a quick survey which will show some information. There are 5 questions you can scan, and we have the same survey from the first meetup. It's not the same, but we have 5 question survey from the first meetup, which you can review, and this is the second one. And here we'll review all kind of results, and everything in the behind the scenes works with n8n. So the results are going to data tables in n8n, and the vibe coded app just show them as a front end. So let me see some interesting results. Do you use n8n today? A lot of people not using n8n, which is very interesting. And I hope that with all the speakers, you need to start using n8n. Tonight, everybody's coming for different topic, which is perfect. Biggest automation challenge. Keeping up with the AI. We all are on the same page, so I'm trying to keep up every day, and it's very, very hard. How much do your work could be automated? Around 25 to 50%, most of the answers. And would you speak at future events? Oh, 15 new speakers. Where are? Nice. So thank you for your answer. Now we are continuing with the community group in LinkedIn. 350 members, and they're still growing. And I will try before the next meetup to post more frequently, because I didn't have the possibility in the last months, but I will try to engage more in the community group. But there I will share more about the next event for sure, so please join. And now what's new in n8n? It's very interesting year for n8n, because they're competing more and more with squads, with ChatGPT, with these tools, and it's very hard for them to keep up. But in the previous month, SAP invested in n8n and valuated the company at a 5.2 billion valuation, which is incredible. Also, there are a lot of builders, and the marketing strategy of n8n is all about ambassadors. So they give us the opportunity to create these events and to grow the community. So there are a lot of community people and a lot of builders. They have self-hosted version for, and Emil will talk about it. So it's easy to start with n8n, and also they have more than 190K stars in GitHub, which is, I think, on the 25th place in whole GitHub. Something else is that n8n is now globally on Mercedes-Benz self-hosted. So the whole company is using n8n on the enterprise version, which is self-hosted version. Also, they just created Microsoft 365 agent. I'm a Mac user, so I've never tried it, but yeah. And also, this in the same month with the SAP news. So what are the things I'm most excited about? These are AI Builder. This in the sidebar of n8n, when you buy the cloud version, you become some. Okay. You become some credits about the AI Builder, and you can just tell the AI to build your workflow. And this is the one way you can do it. The second way is my way. So I'm doing it with the n8n MCP. So there was a n8n MCP built from the community person. First, what's MCP? MCP is something that you can you can talk with your instance with the AI. AI can talk with your n8n instance, and you can build everything in n8n with this tool. So you can do a lot of things, and I will show you in a bit. Something else that I think it's also important is about the observability, open telemetry tracing. This is something more for the technical people, so Emma will explain it more about it, but I think it's something big for them. I don't know. Human approval, this is something interesting. When you want to plug the people in your workflows and within your AI agents, you can have human approval. So you can go in Telegram, Slack, WhatsApp, whatever, and you approve the action of the AI agent, which is where we can be human in the loop. And also there is a chat hub, which is like a ChatGPT platform where you can use your workflows directly in n8n. So you can use n8n as a ChatGPT. And here is the interesting part. First question is, does everyone sign up for the event and checked in within the event being here? Someone missed? All right. So some of you will become 3 n8n Pro subscriptions for I think for a month, and I think it's worth 60 euro or something. And we'll do the demo. So below 5 minutes, I want to build n8n workflows with the MCP, which will draw the winners. So let's first, I have a guide which will follow. I will follow a guide with 3 prompts, and I will do it with quad. So the first prompt is to create a data table where I will plug all people who are checked in the meeting. Then there will be, sorry. So the second prompt is about a workflow where I plug a CSV from all of you checked in, and this will go to the data table. So let me see where it is. Let's refresh, download CSV, and all of you 57 people have chance to win. Now we are waiting for the first workflow to be created, and in the meantime I will prepare my third prompt. These prompts are created with quad. This was a test. So I think the first workflow is almost done, but what's happening underneath? I connected Quad with the n8n MCP, which is here in the settings, in instance level MCP. Just enable it and follow the instructions from n8n, or just asking Quad what to do to connect it. So I think the first workflow is already done. Here it is. Now we can create a second workflow, and in the meantime we have import attendees workflow, where we need to parse prepare it, clear the table, insert guests. So let's execute it. So here we need to upload the CSV, upload the last CSV, not the test, and load the guests. We have 57 checked-in guests, which is correct. Now we are waiting for the second workflow, and in the meantime I can show you where the settings of connections is. So I think here in connectors, yes, here in connectors you can see n8n, and you can see all the tools which n8n can execute. Get execution, getting node definitions, list credentials, add data table, column, row, archiving workflow, whatever. So going back, and it's validating the workflow. I think in 30 seconds it will be done. And then we'll draw winners, and it will send emails to them directly, because you have your emails. Yes, from my.
Which is fetched by the MCP server.
Yes, they have, MCP has my credential, and it plugged the credential to the workflow. It's almost done. This is the first workflow. You can see that's not more than a minute. And here is the second one. I think it's done. No, it's not yet. But this is the. Oh no. We're back. So here the raffle, and now we have the config, which I will change some things here. So I will change the test mode to false. Here are the 3 codes. Don't look at them. And now we execute the workflow. And the winners are Peter Vodimirov, Vladimir Venkov, and Leon Borisov. Did you receive the emails? That's the important question.
You should have put a human in the loop sending an email.
Yes, I get it.
Perfect. So yeah, this is the n8n MCP in action. And I just want to finish with our supporters, media supporters, DevBGame. Thanks to them. They have a job board where every third ITRO is one you won't find anywhere else. So you can go to DevBG and find your next job. And something else, at the end, after all the speakers, we will have a panel. So here is a slide code, n8n BG2, where you can you can put your questions, and we will talk about this after all the presentations end. So yes, I think that's something that's very important for me. Is this technology is advancing very, very fast, and you can see that I build workflows with AI. I don't build any workflows with clicking the canvas and drag and drop nodes. It's going to be that way. So we need to be adaptive and continue growing and advancing. And now I want to give the next presentation will be from Svetla, who is working more in the marketing and in the marketing space, and she will show you a live demo for some client cases.